Happy Friday. You are watching our first 7th grade Crawford News broadcast. My name is Gabby Brock, and here with me is Anaya Fisher.
Thank you, Gabby. On this broadcast, we will be featuring the activities from our CMS 7th grade students, teachers, and other staff members.
Let's talk to some of our awesome teachers and see what they have to say about our return to Crawford.
My first day was wonderful. I had the best time. I was so excited to see kids here. This is what I signed up for, to have kids in my classroom. So I was just so excited, and I cannot wait to get started today. This is just awesome.
My first day was lovely. Absolutely lovely.
It was amazing because our kids are the best.
I am Miss Callahan, and I'm the school's mental health specialist, and the first few days have been so exciting. I am so excited to be here and get to know everyone.
It was wonderful. It was so great to see our students after a year, and the fashion show of face masks just brightened my day.
First day was great. Hopefully second day will be just as good.
Hi, this is Miss Stevens. I teach 6th, 7th, 8th grade arts and humanities, and this 9 weeks we are doing music, art, and dance. Everything's going really good. We've been making some music using Google Chrome Sound Maker, and each classes are now getting ready to start their choreography so that hopefully we can pull off another virtual dance showcase. So stay tuned for our spring dance showcase.
Hey, it's Miss Melchior here. We are in 6th grade art, and we have had a wonderful first week of school. First week and 2 days. The kids have already completed an artwork, and we are just excited to be back.
I am Fariba Atlasci, and I have 78 ESL students this year and newcomers. And yesterday was absolutely fantastic. 6th graders did awesome. 7th and 8th graders were so excited to come back. And this was exactly what they were telling me every day virtually. I want to go back to Crawford. I want to go back to Crawford. So I was hearing this willingness every day. And yesterday they showed me they want to learn. They love their teachers at Crawford. They love the administration. They know everybody. They even came back to this class to say hello to me, why their score went so much higher that they were supposed to be in their content language art class. I am so lucky to be at Crawford Middle School, Mr. McGuire.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Dillman. First week back for 7th and 8th grade. I have so enjoyed having my 7th graders back. Good to see their smiling faces and their great attitudes. Hope the rest of the school year goes as well.
Hi, I'm Larry Harris. I'm the behavior specialist here at Crawford. Just wanted to give a quick little shout out to the 7th grade because they've done an excellent job of adapting to the new rules, the face mask, the walking in the hallways. So I think this week has just been a great transition week for the 7th grade.
Hey everybody, I'm Miss Simpson. I teach 7th grade math on the Royals. That's what's up. We have had a wonderful week this week. I've really enjoyed cleaning after the students and getting to know the students and having some fun playing some Kahoot games where they beat me. It's just been a really, really good week back to school, and we're really excited to continue on and maybe get a 7th inning stretch outside where we can have some more fun and get everybody together.
Going from virtual to in-person must be tough, but I believe our 7th grade students are up to the task.
Now, let's go to Mr. Jones for students into the building each day.
7th grade did a great job coming back. We have a lot of new procedures and protocols to keep everyone safe, dealing with COVID-19. But I think everybody did a great job. The biggest thing that we have to remember is we have to keep these masks on. We have to try to remain socially distanced as much as possible. But I think the 7th grade did a great job. I'm very proud of them, and I'm looking forward to a great year.
Gabby, can you believe the technology as we walk inside the building?
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Speaking of technology, let's go to Kylie Huffman as she is going to explain how students and teachers can use Google Keep to be more organized.
This right here is just different things that you can do with your Google Keep, and this is the view of the dashboard, if you will. You can create a to-do list and you can create checkboxes. So the great thing about this too is you can also take this and you can make this a reminder.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. I think I might start using Google Keep. That seems like a great way to make a to-do list.
Yeah, it sure does. Next up on the news is our wonderful lunch menu.
Yes, Gabby, we are always thankful for our lunch ladies and how they serve students breakfast and lunch. They do a fantastic job.
Let's take a look at our lunch menu for the next week. On Monday, we have corn dogs, potato wedges, apples, and milk.
On Tuesday, we have chicken patties, mashed potatoes, mixed berry cup, and milk.
Wednesday, botch sticks, marinara sauce, green beans, sidekicks, and milk will be served.
Thursday, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, french fries, mixed berry cup, milk, and cookies.
And finally, on Friday, pizza, corn, applesauce, and milk.
It's always great to end the week with pizza.
Now let's go to Mr. McGuire with a new segment called Table Talk with Jennifer Rowe and Sarah McPeak.
All right, guys, here we are. This is a new segment for the Crawford News broadcast. My name is Jeremy McGuire, the media arts teacher at Crawford Middle School, and I have Sarah McPeak, our English language arts teacher, who's a 7th grade teacher, as a Royals, and then Jennifer Rowe is our social studies Reds team lead for 7th grade. So thank you, ladies, for joining us. Appreciate you. We're going to call this the square table interviews since we're in Mr. McGuire's room. So let me just open it up to Miss McPeak since you have the mic. And I apologize for just having mics because we're masked, trying to be safe and promote our Crawford Creed. So Miss McPeak, tell me about how the transition from virtual learning was to in-person learning for Crawford Middle School 7th grade students.
I will say that I think that the transition from virtual to in-person was much easier than the transition from in-person to virtual. You know, we just kind of, I feel like we've just fell right back into the swing of things. Of course, we did it for years, so nobody's really forgotten how it works.
Right.
So that's good. I don't feel like it's been difficult at all, that transition. Some of the protocols, like with the masks and things, those are more difficult. And we've had a lot of class discussions about, you know, what's awesome about being back, what's not so great, but it's just, you know, for the most part, because I've asked all of my classes, has anybody decided that you wish you'd stayed virtual? And no one wished, who decided to come back has raised their hand to say that they, well, okay, one person. I don't want to, one person out of all of them has raised her hand to say she wishes that she had stayed virtual. So we're all just tickled to be back, I think, and already the participation is so much better. It's at 100% now, whereas virtually it was not so much.
Well, I know you mentioned when we talked in the hall the other day, you said this is what you signed up for, to teach kids face to face. This is what you want to do. Miss Rowe, social studies teacher, Reds. What do you think about the same question? What's the transition? How's it been? I know when we do projects in my class, embracing social studies and students really loving different things that you're teaching. Tell me what your thoughts were.
I mean, pretty much the same. It's what we've always done for years. We still have kids who are learning virtual, so it's kind of nice to still be able to connect with those kids and to be able to talk to them and teach them. The great thing about in person, you know, you can kind of get down next to a kid. Hey, I'm struggling with this, and now I can actually sit down and talk to you. We still did that on virtual, but it's so much easier in person to just kind of have those little quick moments to rephrase something or try it this way. So, yeah.
I totally agree. I know with our class, it's being a technology class, you know, our students, they did a lot of stuff with technology, and part of the virtual learning kind of helped me because it forced them to use our class. And that kind of gets me to the transition to social studies. I know you're passionate about social studies. I've seen you in class. You know, I've seen you moving around, popping around, doing different things. You love to play music, you know, and so do you, Miss McPeak. Tell me a little bit about, like, what you're most passionate about, and what would you relay to students from your passion with social studies and that content?
One, you know, we're all citizens of our community, and that's what social studies basically teaches you. It's showing you the history of people over time and how they related to each other. But what I love about what I teach in 7th grade, it's world history, exposing everybody to the world and exposing them to different travels that I've had, because a lot of the places I teach about, I have been very lucky to go and visit, so I can share that with the kids and say, hey, you can visit these places too, and here's the history of this place, and look, here I am sitting in front of the Palace of Versailles, and it makes a connection that I think a lot of kids just don't have, and it kind of sparks that passion for travel and kind of that world convergence and acceptance that we're all here together and we should all know each other's histories. And it's just really cool to bring that to kids and see them get excited.
Tell me a little bit about how you connect the content, and I know you make it fun in a lot of different ways. Tell us a little bit about your process.
I don't know. That's a big question. It seems like I
very
can almost talk all day about that. What we try to do is help students see that kind of the transition between elementary to middle school in language arts is that we're no longer learning to read. That was elementary. Now we are reading to learn. So we kind of make sure that they understand that it's no longer the phonics and things like that. I'm teaching you reading skills now. So how do you use, for instance, today we're talking about context clues and making inferences, being able to pick up on the clues that are there in the text for you to fill in those blanks. So we just, it's those different skills that we have to focus on, and we try to combine the reading with the writing, get those two connected as often as possible, and just help them to see that reading and writing are the two most basic skills that any educated person should have, because if you can read and you can write, then you can be a strong social studies student. You can be a strong science and math student. If you can read, then you can be a better student. You can be a better citizen. You can, you're going to be far more successful. And then, of course, the writing, try to help. Writing is always the big struggle because nobody wants to do it. But, writing is the most basic form of communication. If you can write it, then, and in the real world, you will have to write, whether you think so or not. If you have a problem, you're going to have to send an email. It's not as simple as writing a tweet. You have to be able to put sentences together. So anyways, it's big picture, and it would take me all day to answer your question completely.
I really like how our teachers really care about students at Crawford Middle.
I am Lily Rose. My first day, it was actually really good. Crawford's rules for COVID are really good. I like them a lot. And it's super quiet in the lunchroom.
My first week at Crawford was really good.
Hey, my name is Eric Daniels, and I'm a 7th grader at Crawford Middle School. My first week at Crawford was fun because I met new teachers, new friends.
My name is Jason. I'm a 7th grader, and my first week at Crawford was actually pretty good. It was a little decent since there's a lot of stuff happening with social distancing. I like all my classes. They're very nice. I just couldn't get used to the social distancing, so I'm gonna have to work on that.
My name is Ben Meadows. I am 13 years old. I am a 7th grader at Crawford Middle School. Here is my family. I have one brother and 2 sisters and 1 brother-in-law. I love playing basketball, and I love watching Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors play.